I think for a lot of us in the Mandela effect, because of the era, the age, like Kennedy was before my time, before a lot of our time, because a lot of people in that era have already grown old and passed on. But Karate Kid was definitely in my era and a lot of your era, and a lot of us remember that Daniel LaRusso wore a white headband with a big red sun in the middle right here. And I remember this because I don't like the color red, and I would go into a Blockbuster video store in Hollywood in the days, and it would always rub me the wrong way whenever you would see that big red ball. But of course, Daniel LaRusso made it look cool, but it was definitely a big red ball and a white headband. It was a red ball and a white headband. 100%, definitely 100% sure. And now you look at it and it's a black lotus flower. However, Ralph Macchio, the actor who plays Daniel LaRusso, has the original headband, he says, and his headband is blue. So he remembers it being blue. Though if you watch the movie, it's black. And a lot of us remember it not even being a flower at all. It was a red ball, the red rising sun. But that's definitely one that blows the mind, because that imagery of the red ball, it was everywhere you went in the 80s and in the early 90s. And so the Mandela effect, you got to remember there's all these parallel universes that go on forever and ever. It's just endless amounts of parallel universes. And there's also universes between these universes that I don't know how to put this, where it's probably a lot more crazier and wilder, where there's places that we are glad we're not at, dangerous places, where there's probably disorder and chaos. And I don't mean people or reptilian people, I mean where just the substances and all the chemicals and the materials are just, these worlds that are in between the organized worlds, wherever the fabric is that holds everything together. But we're there. I'm sure there's parallel universes that we're in that are hellish, to say the least. There's better places and there's worse places. I got a feeling that this place here is darker than where we come from what I've seen. I'm not sure how much Illuminati, how developed they were, but where we originally came from, they don't seem to have very much control over everything. It seems like it's more advanced here, as in they're a lot more along the way. I think where I come from, they're about 50 years to 100 years away. Here, it seems like they're about 50 years to 100 years ahead of schedule.